This is video number 2 on inspecting this old Mercedes. So I hooked up the field piece pressure transducer, and I have the app on my phone, and as we can see, I only have 29 psi, basically 30 psi of pressure in here. So that tells me at this temperature there's only a little bit of vapor refrigerant in here. There's no liquid refrigerant at all whatsoever, and the pressure is low enough that if there was a leak, it's probably went all the way down to its point where it can't pass any more refrigerant past the leak, especially if it's an O-ring and the compression of the rubber is enough to hold back 30 psi. There's no more leak, so it's probably not leaking at all now, even though there is a leak. So I will be filling this up just for testing, and that'll be in video number 3 coming up. Right now I gotta go get my recovery equipment, my refrigerant analyzer, and good refrigerant, recover it, vacuum it, and throw it under with a full load, because most people go, oh, but just throw a little bit of refrigerant to get the pressure up. I don't just want to get the pressure up to 60 psi because the temperature limits me to that. I want to actually prove that the whole electrical system and the operating components function enough to actually kick on the compressor, and I want to make sure I don't have a restricted expansion valve. Pumping in 2 ounces of liquid just to get the pressure up and see a compressor kick on, then I don't know if I have a problem with the expansion valve, because I only have 2 or 3 ounces in there, and I'm going to get a really low suction side anyway. You don't need false diagnosis for anything, and you want to put the system under stress. I don't know if I can't get this up to 200 psi that there's a big leak on a rubber O-ring or something like that, or hose on the high side. So I will attempt to drive the high side pressure up and cause a problem if there is a problem, and leak check it under high pressure, shut it off, go through a series of leaks under low pressure and high pressure. So that's the next thing to come. All right, video number 3 coming up.